1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Good?
Yep. Okay, so my name is Erin Hoschheid. Today I'm going to talk about how to find a good fitting career. I think that's really applicable as we're all college students. It's good to know what you're going to be doing in the future. So a statistic that I have is 1/3 of your life will be spent working. So it is a huge deal to be in a career field that you enjoy, that you feel motivated in, that you feel comfortable expanding your knowledge of.
It's all very important.
Okay. So, and I have also used these methods personally as I have kind of bounced around to different career fields. So I feel that these are the most useful when trying to figure out what you want to do in your life. So the first thing that you want to do is kind of do some self-assessment, and what you really want to focus on is your abilities, also your interests and your values, and all of those are extremely important in not only what you choose as a career, but where you work in the future. So your interests kind of determine what you're motivated for, and I have a list here of a bunch of different interests just so you get an idea. So it's kind of the majors that you would have in college or a minor. You want to pick something that is interesting to you so that you feel motivated, so that you do want to go to work today, and so you want to keep studying what it is. Okay. Values are also important because they determine kind of how you feel doing your job and if you feel morally correct doing your job. And I also have some examples of values here. So you can see like kindness, loyalty, compassion. Those are some different values that really drive some people to do a good job. And we'll go into later how it's also important to work for a company that values a lot of the same things, because values aren't things that change easily. Okay. Lastly, abilities. Abilities are good when you're in school to think about which direction you want to head. But beyond that, it is important to keep in mind that abilities can be trained. There's not only educational training, there's also on-the-job training. So it doesn't have to be the only thing that you consider. So there's some abilities for you. Okay. So then, once again, for when you're looking for a career field, you want to consider your interests first, because that'll kind of point you in the direction of what kind of thing you want to study. Then past that, you want to look at values to see if it'll be a good match for you. If you are thinking about, if you're interested in being a lawyer, but you don't feel comfortable with everything that is implied with that, it's probably not going to work for you. And then lastly, abilities you can get through either formal education or on-the-job training. So if you're already in a career, you might just have to be trained on certain things, and then you can shift to something else. Never mind. And then beyond that, you also need to consider what organization you're applying to, because it's not only the career field, organizations are all different. And the main thing is you want to make sure that they have values that agree with your own. Because once again, you want to be motivated to go to work. You want to feel confident in what you're doing. And values do not change easily. And you also want to consider an organization that has things such as advancement, if that's interesting to you, or just think about your future career. So in conclusion, considering all these things helps you to find a career that will make sure that you feel motivated. It will also ensure that you are healthy throughout your life. It's been shown that if you have a good job fit, your stress levels will be a lot lower and you'll just be happier. And that also leads to a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. And just remember that 1/3 of your life is spent working, so it's very important to consider what you're doing. Okay. That's that. That's my references. Okay.
And then 3 fingers wipe.